He's not ready for it. What a
Great
game.
fights though. I mean, those were very entertaining
I'm
fights to
sad we didn't
watch.
see
What we
more of
did
that one,
see.
but
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, we saw the highlights.
We did see the very tail end of it, but that was a great match to watch at the end.
Darklight, and then we got Bungie on a sledgehammer. Is this a sledgehammer?
Bungie on a sledgehammer? Oh, I want to watch that. I really do.
I mean, I think we're obligated to. Anytime someone pulls out the off meta, that's like, hey, film me. Like,
oh, please film this. Yeah. This hammer's really good though. It's a very underestimated weapon. He only got one of them, right? So if he gets disarmed, he's done. But like,
if we're not counting archer weapons, I think it still may be a contender for worst weapon in the game, though, right?
Really? You think so? Over like other weapons? I think it's got some speed to it. I think it's like a 3-hit on like a knight. No.
The field engineer loadout by default has a disadvantage of not having a secondary.
That's the whole problem, right? Of course, that's the huge disadvantage.
It's just like a budget maul, right?
Yeah. It's definitely not as good, but it's got really poor range, but it's quick, it's punchy, and it is an unexpected majority of the time.
Yeah.
I guess Bungie's not here. We have another fight going on. I don't want to like keep swapping back and forth though, so it looks like it's what, Swag and Ryan then instead?
Yeah, Swag and Ryan and Sheepy Darklight. Swag Ryan is a rematch, so I think we could, this was a 4-5 last round. I think we should watch this because that was the semifinals of the last qualifier.
Oh, they did.
Swag won in the last round 4-4. You know what I mean?
No, let's watch this. This will be a good fight.
Yeah. And I think this is again a classic matchup, almost as classic as Longsword Messer, but I think again we have the faster, better neutral weapon versus the better stamina game weapon on the Vanguard, nonetheless. Liking Ryan's drip. It's a little bit of a mix-up from last time. Actually, quite a mix-up from last time.
Yeah, I like the Gladiator skin a lot. It's pretty cool.
Wish they made a female version, but you know.
Oh, I think that would be killer.
Listen,
yeah.
it's 2022, so you know, Lady and Company. I don't know. Anyway, at least they can do. Swag with the first hit, and that stab is just so deadly. Ryan responds with his own, and it's more or less an even game. I think the Swag still needs a little bit less damage to win, based on the health differential. Wow.
Nice.
Ryan cleans it up.
You got to keep that sledgehammer on your hip there, Craig. Can't let that go in the duel yard. That thing's gone.
I want to watch this back. I don't know if Swag just misinputted there or if it was like a around the yeah. Okay, so overhead was around the back. Basically hit him on the back right shoulder, and then okay, fire back out.
Here we go.
Yeah, and again, I think just look, Ryan's tech here, I mean, besides both of them going for behind the back hits in the inside game, is going to be baiting the whiff from a counter. But right now, they're just content to press W and see you can execute better. And that's early rounds, I think it's common to see that. It's common to say, hey, who's going to be the dominant pace setter here? You know, who's got the better cardio as it is?
Yeah, that's true. Who's got more endurance in this case?
Yeah. And they're both, I mean, like, if we look at the counter percentages, it's
Stam on Swag is lower.
Well, and then naturally he's going to be at a disadvantage from less damage and less stam to begin with. So
yes, yeah.
But again, both players defensive, just you know,
stellar
10
defense.
10 defense. Yeah, it's like
well,
maybe not. Oh, 10.
There's the Axel.
See how that
the Caster's Curse.
Quasi. But it's still, you know, that didn't do a ton of damage to Swag. It was
no, he's got quite a bit of health left because it's a Knight versus a Greatsword. That slash is what, 50 damage? It's not a lot. Ooh, big Axel, or Drag, I'm sorry, actually. And then an Axel.
And a follow-up, and it's one hit for Swag to win.
Man, I thought that combo was going to land. That would have been beautiful.
That's the thing. Again, Longsword typically is just a such low damage, but against a Vanguard, 3 horizontals and they're dead. As long as they don't hit the legs.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. These stabs been catching him, which is weird.
Oh.
And a follow-up. That's a nice little Excel there.
Oh,
wow.
There's the combo. So he almost gets comboed. He gets 2 out of 3 on Ryan, and Ryan retorts with a 3 out of 3 combo. Wow. Very cool to see. Good fight.
Yep. I think the thing about the combo game in Shiv that's so great is that it's not guaranteed. It's not like a game. Like, I'm not going to talk bad about any of their fighting games. I love all fighting games. But in some games, I'm sure it feels like you can just get, comboed to the wall and just totally killed in one round. Here,
Yeah.
it's like if you get hit after getting hit, it's because you made a mistake and didn't play safe enough, and you got caught.
Yeah.
We don't see it often at the high level, but actually,
Oh.
wow, Ryan
Wow.
dominated right
Dominated
now. That
right
was
there.
so fast.
Yeah.
I think Swag was not warmed up on the Messer is the easy explanation there. But again, the great use of the kick is that once you've got the opponent holding block because they're not wanting to get comboed, that's when you throw in the kick.
Yeah. It's a great combo tool for sure. I think that's when I use it most.
Another common strategy that we see a little bit here, but hasn't come up too much, is actually after a jab going for the kick, because a lot of the times they're expecting, hey, he jabbed, he's gonna go for the follow-up attack because we're reset. And they'll hold block.
Another portion where it works as a great addition to a combo before or after another strike, I should say.
So like finding his footing here with the Messer, getting a nice little hit, getting the half health. One overhead will do it.
Yeah, he just sees a
As long
solid
as
one
it's
here.
off the legs, yeah. Ryan making great use of the stab and just mixing up the timings to catch Swag.
He's going for a lot of heavy stabs on this greatsword.
Yeah, and the greatsword stab is not historically known to be a great attack, but as long as
it's
you're not whiffing it, that's the main thing. It's like any attack, it really comes down to, can I hit it?
But why feed into the Messer stab? I just don't see the reasoning behind that. But
well,
I mean,
inside they're both slow. I think on the outside, neutral is going to have the more disjointed hitbox.
Oh, Swag actually riposts.
Swag just keeps getting hit with these horizontals that I don't know if they're feints or if he's just getting
another one.
Yeah, I think it really is just misinputting the defensive counter there and just getting feinted on.
It's gonna happen eventually, man. They can't counter every time.
Yep, and I think a little bit of matchup familiarity is part of it.
Oh, he over drags, gets whiffed, and then he gets punished big time. Wow.
Yep. Just misspaced that, and again, Ryan using that Vanguard speed to punish. Really dominant showing by Ryan here. It's surprising after such a close match last round.
Yeah, no, he's really found his rhythm right now, it looks like.
And I think, coming off that loss against Quasi, where he was doing great, but it was forcing him to play at a level that was just so consistent. And again,
Ryan's obviously
an awesome player in his own right. It's just one of those things where sometimes
someone's got your number.
Yeah, it's just a matter of who's playing more consistently.
I think Ryan's been hitting the gym big time, so I've seen a pretty marked improvement in today's tournament versus a lot of other ones he's played in.
That same whiff there from Swag, but it's not punished that time. And again, he's whiffing these horizontals.
A lot of whiffs.
It's as a longsword player, it's one of those things where he's probably used to the timing where that might have hit on longsword and the spacing as well. But the horizontal on the Messer versus the longsword horizontal is just so much slower.
Yeah. Oh. Wow.
Double whiff.
What?
Yeah, little acknowledgement there. Nice. I always like that.
I always appreciate that about this game. I think when you get to a certain level, you can appreciate those little moments. And I see it all the time when you have a both whiff or like something stupid happens, you both hit the laugh emote immediately. That's how you know you're fighting a pro, because you can both appreciate that moment in the same time and not to say anything, but know exactly what happened.
My move is usually to flourish then. It is generally that. And, we haven't seen it here. I don't think we'll see it in the tournament, but people love doing the gentleman's pickup when you get disarmed. They're like, no, don't fight me with a one-hander. Just pick up your two-hander.
Yeah, of course, that as well. I think the sorry and the laughs tend to come in quite a lot when I fight. Oh, okay. Huge
Swag on the board here.
Swag. Swag's on the board. You needed that big time.
Overhead feint. After some consistent, he's picking up his muscle memory. It really is those horizontal feints that keep catching him though.
Yeah.
Which is honestly, it's better than getting caught with overhead feints or overhead excels because the damage differential is significant there.
That's right. Yes, my lord.
Time to never miss an input again, Swag Mountains said.
Turned his back there for a second, but I went for a slower attacks. It didn't really capitalize.
Oh man, I thought that was gonna land. It would have been a great toe drag.
Yeah, I think the spacing was such that it still was. Ryan was facing the right way. Ryan, a
He
first-person
turned
player,
himself
right?
really well. Is he
We
first
talked about
person?
that. I believe so. And
Somebody in
lift
chat
there.
confirm that if he's a first or third person player. He is first person.
Yeah, that's right. Swag definitely a third player. It's funny. I think with longsword players, there's definitely a split where
A lot of them
mean,
play first. A lot of longsword players
I
play
do.
first.
Messer, it's less common. I remember, our old friend, rest in peace, Montesor, was a first-person player on Messer, which is not super common. But
Monty, if you can hear me now.
he's not dead, by the way. I was just saying. He
I
hasn't
know.
really been involved, unfortunately.
Missed that, dude. All right. Oh, big trades here. Ryan's in good health, and Swag is
Yeah,
hurting.
Swag's just fighting for his life here. And, the Messer switch is just one of those things where the room for error is a little bit less with the longsword. You just have to hit those counters with a
Oh,
smaller
great jabs here, and that's
Wow.
gonna
Pressure
steal the
does it.
deal.
Is that a perfect? A perfect. Wow.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, Ryan put on
Ryan
a
should-
show, piecing
Yeah,
him up right
right
now. Wow.